Hello, this is Leah from Blissful Being, and in this business mentoring video we're talking all about the rank level of elite. So elite is the first leadership level of success in this industry. So, if you can get yourself to elite, which is a very achievable task, then you can help others on getting themselves to elite. And so by helping others to get to elite, you are getting yourself set up for silver and for diamond. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what it means to be an elite leader in doTERRA and how to get there, and also how to get to elite while setting yourself up for further ranks at the same time. So I'm just going to share with you my screen so that I can show you a little slide. Share screen. Okay. Sorry, I should have looked at this before. Play slide, what do I go to? Here we go. Okay, so elite training. Elite is the first milestone to success in this industry, like I mentioned just before. And to get to elite, you need an overall volume within your team of 3,000 PV within 1 month. So whenever we are reaching new rank levels, it is always within 1 month you need to reach that volume in your organisation. So this volume can be anywhere in your organisation. So that makes getting to elite very achievable. And you will see people get to elite when they're not even sharing the oils at all, just simply from being on LRP and from their upline placing people under them. So it doesn't matter where the volume is, as long as it is under you. If you get to 3,000 in volume, then you get to the rank level of elite. So elite is around $300 a month. Obviously it starts out at less than that and grows as you progress through that rank. So how to get there? So to get to the level of elite, you need to be connecting with people. So you need to be sharing your love of the oils, letting people know what you're doing, perhaps one-on-ones, meeting up with friends, having a cup of tea and chatting about the oils and what will suit them. Holding a class is the easiest way by far to get to elite. So holding a couple of classes in the month will generally get you to elite. Absolutely. So you just need to, if you're not comfortable in holding a class yourself and presenting the class, you can ask your upline and they will be more than happy to help you. If they're sharing the business. If they're not, you can come to me or another upline and ask them. Anyone, if someone comes to me and asks, can you come and do a class for me? There's no way in the world that I'm going to say no. And I'm sure that none of our other leaders would either. So we are always more than happy to come and help you run classes. Usually, if you haven't held a class before, I'll do a bit of a 3-step process where I'll run the class completely the first time. The second time I might ask for your input, what did you use On Guard for, Sarah? And Sarah might input a little bit there. And the third time, either co-hosting together or Sarah might take complete control and host the class herself. And I'll just be there to help if she has any questions or needs any help along the way. So that's getting to elite. Let's go back. Now, when it comes to that volume, my advice, and I'm going to talk about structuring here, so structuring your team for elite, is because the volume can be anywhere, you're at a great advantage when you're going for the level of elite, because you can actually plan for the next level while you're building to elite, because it's not going to affect the current volume and where it's sitting. So if I just do a little, I'm just going to stop share here and quickly do a whiteboard to show you. So generally we tell you guys when you're building to build in one line. Let's go pink. To build in, that's a square. Come on. How do I get it? I'll draw. To get, here, gee whiz. Sorry. I just want to draw. Do that one. Oh yeah, there we go. Third time lucky. To just, so that's you. And when we first start enrolling, generally we say place the people one underneath the other. And you can watch the previous business mentoring video, which describes to you how to do that and why we do that. So we build one underneath the other like this. And generally, to get to the level of elite, I would say don't build more than 5 or 6 people in depth, and this isn't a big deal, so don't stress too much, but about 5 or 6 people in depth, one under the other, before starting a second leg. And because with the elite level, it doesn't matter where the volume is, you can set yourself up for premier. So you can make that jump from elite to premier very quick if you're setting yourself up during your elite phase. So starting a new leg, you either wait until you've got about 5 or 6 people or close to 1,000 PV in volume, or anytime that someone expresses interest and serious interest in growing the business or sharing or hosting classes, buying an Empower kit is a really good indication that they are serious. So if someone comes to me and asks, how do I do this business thing? I say, buy an Empower kit, book a class, I'll come and run it for you and I'll explain it all to you before the class. If they go and buy that Empower kit, then you know that they're legitimate and they are interested in growing this business. So if they do that, they take those steps and they've just enrolled, I would what we call frontline them. So that's putting them on your front line. So this first level of enrollment is called your front line. And we don't want lots of people on there. So for myself, I've only got 4 people on my front line. Now, I don't want to have lots and lots of people on there. So if you're getting lots of builders coming to you, lots of people interested in the business, that's amazing, but you're not going to frontline them all. You're going to strategically place them to get to your ranks, and you can absolutely talk to me more about that if that's the case. So back to this, if someone expresses interest in sharing the oils, hosting classes, thinks, oh yeah, I think I could do this, put them on your front line. Then you can still put people under here, but what's going to happen is they are going to start enrolling people. So where do I change my color? So they're going to start enrolling people as well. So you've placed them on your front line, and then they're building. So yellow wasn't a good color. They're going to start placing people as well, which is building your organization for you. And that is ideal, that you work with people in building your organization with you, not just you doing all of the work. So sharing and teaching people about the business opportunity and encouraging and supporting them if they show a little bit of interest is absolutely fundamental, because then your growth is going to obviously be double as fast, twice as fast. So they might take off and start enrolling quite a few people, so you can leave that leg alone then, and you can keep building your leg over here until you get to the level of 3,000. So that's what I absolutely recommend. 2 legs when starting out, when you're building for elite. So don't build for elite with just 1 leg, build for elite with 2, and then you're setting yourself up for a fast jump to premier from there. And just recapping, you build 4, 5, 6 in depth, or until you find someone that's willing to share, host classes and possibly build, and in that case you put them on your front line. Even if you've only got 2 people here and your third person says, oh, I'm really interested in the business, I'd put them on your front line if they're serious and you've had a conscious, serious conversation with them. And then they're going to start building your second leg for you while you're finishing off your first one, fast tracking you both to elite and to premier. So I hope that makes sense in the structure for elite. If you're going for the rank of elite, don't do any more than 2 legs. Don't have 3 legs going. You can think about that once you've got to premier. But my advice generally, unless you've got a super duper keen builder that's bought an Empower kit, booked classes, hosting classes by themselves, then of course maybe you'd think about frontlining them and have a discussion with myself or your upline about that. But generally, just stick with the 2 legs when you're going for the rank of elite. So that's basically elite in a nutshell. You need 3,000 PV in volume, and to do that, you're doing that through sharing your love of the oils, talking about them, using them in front of friends. Hosting a class is absolutely the fastest way to rank advancing. So doing that through either yourself or your upline, and sharing your love of the oils, keeping the structure in that same format that I just showed you, and feel free to ask any questions. Elite is a huge, huge step. So getting to the rank of elite is amazing. And if you can get to elite, like I said, if you can get yourself to elite, you can help other people to get to elite. To get to diamond, you need, 3, 6, 9, 12 elites. So that might sound like a lot, but really when you think about getting yourself to elite and then you think, oh, that was relative, that was okay, I could do that, then you can help 12 other people get to elite. Or you really only have to help 3 people to get to elite. This is probably jumping ahead, to get you to silver. And then those people are going to help the next people get to elite. So elite is the stepping stone, cornerstone of this whole industry. So yeah, I hope that makes sense and helps some of you guys out, and feel free to ask any questions. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Tune in for the next video, which is going to be all about getting to Premiere.